Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. So we ended up getting a Kennywood pass for 2023 and we wanted to film the updates. I will start with the security section. So last year you had to have a bag that fit into this little tiny box, like the size of a fanny pack. This year you can have any size bag again. So that part's really nice. Obviously you can see people have like their carts and bags again. So that's amazing, an amazing change. And you just pass through kind of airport-like scanners that are at other major parks. So the security was going a lot faster than it was at the end of last year. So that is definitely a change for this year, which is great. Another addition that they're having this year to the park is their 125th year celebration. So I showed one stand there. We'll be seeing many more as we walk through the park together today. But those will be, little blips of history set through the park and different booths that you can get things at. So a lot of the stores and different things in the park are accepting card-only payments. When you walk in, as a side note, by the old mill ride, there is a place to change your cash into cards. One amazing addition this year is the 1898 Coffee Company. I am obsessed with coffee. I love coffee so much. So I'm super happy they added this. I actually tried one of their coffees. It was pretty good. So they have coffee and donuts and things like that. I have some pricing on here. Cold brew. They're using donuts from a local homemade place. So they're really, really good. And I truly think this is a great addition to the park. I think every park should have a coffee place like this, but that's just my opinion as a coffee lover. So this is not a new addition, but I do have to mention this on any Kennywood video I do. That refreshments stand that I'm showing right now has the best corn dog you'll ever eat in your entire life. Thank me later. So I zoom into it here, but as you can see, there is a grab and go store that has been added where a game center used to be. It wasn't open yet. We tried to look in, but you couldn't really see anything in there, but that is a new addition for 2023. In addition, there's more of the 125th year celebration booths that are being put outside here. Now this area, this RC trucks, this used to be an old time shooting game. And now they have it as an RC truck, so you can put money in and drive the trucks around and bump into each other, essentially. Another 125th celebration thing is they have the log jammer, one of their trains out. RIP log jammer. So the new restaurant and the bar is the same as it was last year. We looked in and it's exactly the same. They did add some tables over by the End Zone Cafe that weren't there, and they added a restroom. So across from that new End Zone Cafe in the Steelers area, there is now a restroom there. And the restroom is brand new. It's obviously super nice. Now this isn't an addition this year. This year, I believe it was added last year, the Rogue Barbecue. But if you haven't tried this, you absolutely have to. Their food is fantastic. I recommend their fried banana peppers and their nachos. You can see he got nachos. They are humongous and their food is amazing. They make everything handmade there. They also changed, as of this year, 2023, the pizza warehouse. So you can see there's now chicken wings there, subs, and flatbreads. They no longer sell slices of pizza. So that was a change that Joe was kind of bummed about because he liked going there to just get a slice of pizza. Now you have to get a full flatbread or like a full meal. I showed some of the food here in a second, but that is a pretty big change for this year if you're used to grabbing a slice of pizza at this location. They added another ice cream place in this booth. They sell Dole Whip, different, like there was a Dole Whip. This is Dole Whip mixed with mango or something like that. It's kind of like an icy kind of thing. It's not really ice cream. And they also have like vanilla and chocolate ice cream there. Inside of this restaurant, they added a beer stand. So this is a place that wasn't open yet, but obviously you can see what it's gonna be. They're gonna sell different like alcohol and beer here, which this wasn't there in 2023. All the food in this restaurant looks pretty much exactly the same as last year. I quickly filmed it just so y'all could see. New for 2023, this section here used to be a store last year in 2022. They did turn it into an arcade. So we're gonna go ahead and walk through so you can see the arcade equipment. One major bummer is they took out the Stromboli stand that was right beside this basketball game here. It's an empty space right now. Last year they had a Stromboli stand and they sold like Bang energy drinks out of it, and we almost got it every single time we went to Kennywood, so that's kind of a bummer. That stand's not there anymore. I don't think it was part of Kennywood. I think it was somebody like renting that space, but for whatever reason they didn't, renew the contract for this year, so that was kind of a bummer. But Millie's Ice Cream and Potato Patch obviously are still over there. No real updates in this section. Pedro's hasn't been open the last 2 weekends. Doesn't look like it's gonna close, but it hasn't opened as of yet. But everything's still there, the tables and everything. Now here in Old Kennywood is where the new Permanis is gonna go. I personally thought it would be in the Steelers section. I thought that would make the most sense, but lo and behold, it is going to be in this Old Kennywood section right here in this building. It looks really small though, so it's not a full Permani Brothers. It looks like it's just gonna be you order from the window. What I would guess is it looks like there's really only enough room to do the sandwiches. So if I had to guess, they're gonna just do, like, there's a couple of their, probably their full sandwich menu as a walk-up, maybe some fried things, but truly this building is quite small. I have the picture here, so it is quite small. All the seating will be outside Of course, there will be no indoor seating. So again, in my opinion, it looks like they're just going to be doing walk-up sandwiches, if I had to make a guess. I know they used to have something like that, to-go sandwiches in the south side for late night bar goers. I probably went a couple times in my youth, but it looks like it's going to be, you know, really similar to that. So this section is where their new flat ride is going to be. I also have another video on my channel of that running. That should open Memorial Day weekend though. It's 100% done now. The queue, everything looks perfect. But if you want to see it running and going, you can click on our Spinvasion construction update video, because they were running it the last time we were here. Again, this is not a new update for 2023, but if you haven't been here in a couple years, they did bring back out the kangaroo and put it back out. So if that's something, if you haven't been to Kennywood in a couple years, this might be new to you. And yeah, it's a pretty wild ride. That bump is pretty intense. All right, and here's the last of those 125 booths. They have a couple more there. And then of course the famous Good Night Kennywood sign. You can't miss that. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and we'll see you soon.